Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome to the Humble Servant Homestead. Guys, this morning I am out here. I'm going to give you all a quick little rundown of what it is I'm getting ready to do here this morning. Right here we have 3 different varieties of carrots that we choose to plant here on the homestead. And that's it right there. So we're going to be planting some carrots, of course, yes. And next up we have some cabbages. All right, so that's what we're going to be planting. And also we have us some sugar snap peas, guys. Those we will be planting as well, because we know that they like that cold weather, so we'll be planting some of those. And also next up, beets. Beets did real good for us this season here, and so we're going to be planting some more of these beets here in the ground.
We actually have 3 varieties of beets that we're going to be planting too.
Yes, but I just picked one. My hand is only but so big.
I got you.
But and right here, guys, we have some more of those dinosaur kale. We're going to be putting some of these seeds. Now these right here are seeds. Actually, let me go back through, because these right here are actually seeds that you have to sow into the ground, and then you have to transplant them once they get of size. Okay, so your kale and also your cabbage, you have to sow into the ground, and once you wait maybe 6 to 8 weeks, when they're big, then you can transplant them. But another thing is, guys, because the way how the weather is, these here I'm planting them directly outside in the ground, not inside of trays. And by me putting them directly inside of the ground, that right there will give them a faster growth, because there's nothing that is restricting the roots from doing what it needs to do, which is expand into the soil. Okay, and so let me get back on it. And so right here we have some spinaches. Yes, we will be planting some spinach. I'm thinking wherever I'm going to be planting my spinach, I'm just going to go ahead and drop 1 seed there. And once it germinates and comes up, I'm just going to leave it right where I sow the seeds. I'm not going to transplant them.
So you're going to direct sow the seeds?
Yeah, I'm going to direct sow spinach seeds. So maybe at the end, that's where I'll put these right here. Okay, so we have some spinach. Yes, you're making that smoothie. Throw a couple of leaves in there. Okay, guys, and so right here we have radishes. Okay, yes, we will be planting some of these radishes here. And I think with these radishes as well, wherever I'm going to be planting these, I'm not going to sow these seeds and move them. I'm just going to direct sow them into the ground somewhere. So I'm have to prepare a nice spot for these radishes, real nice loose soil, so that way these roots, when they get ready to expand, they're able to do what it is that they need to do. And so right here we have some turnips. Yes, we will be putting some turnips as well into the ground. Okay, and also we have us some Brussels sprout. And yes, these we will be sowing into the ground. All right, and also we have us here some collards. That right there, that will also be direct sow into the ground as well. And guys, you can also check different, there's other plants that are out there that you can also sow into the ground. That doesn't exactly mean that you have to sow exactly what I have, but it's whatever plant that you like to eat, that you think is going to grow real well in your area. Those are the plants that you want to go ahead and get. But like I said, of course, fall is approaching. Get something in the ground. Get something in the ground. It is better to have something growing outside in your backyard, to where that you can go out and pick a meal for you and your family. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to give you all a little demonstration of how we go about sowing these seeds here into the ground. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, guys, and so here I have me some collards that I'm going to be go ahead and sow inside of this ground here. Now this ground I did came through and already kind of worked it a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come on down here and give it another little work. you know, kind of aerate that soil a little bit. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want my seeds to be able to not just sit directly on the top of the ground, but it can find little slots inside of the dirt where it can rest, and that way it can start its germination process. Okay, and this soil right here, it is real nice and loose, and that is what you want as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the whole pack, and the reason for that is probably about 80% of the seeds inside of here will probably germinate. You could have 100%, but I'm going to use all of them just in case if some of them did not germinate. Okay, so what I'm going to do right here right now, I'm just going to go ahead and take a little pinch like that. I probably have about 10 seeds in my hand here, and I'm going to go ahead and just drop like that. Okay, and of course, once these seeds comes up, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be looking for the strongest seeds that came up, and that's the ones that you want to go ahead and plant. And I'm just simply just dropping them. And of course, you know, another thing is, once these seeds right here comes up, you know, of course some of them, they are close inside of there, but with all the seeds, you're gonna have more seeds than you really need. So like I say, you get the healthiest one that may be on the edge or something like that, and that's what you would plant. And all the rest of them, you can plant them as well if you want. You know, you could plant all the seeds, it's all up to you, you know. But just go ahead and sprinkle them on out like that. Down just a little bit. I think I have, like I said, this is a lot of seeds. Which we are probably looking to maybe plant quite a bit of them anyway.
I was gonna ask, what was your goal on number of plants, or what's your minimum?
Quite a bit, because all that callaloo that we have over there, we're going to be clearing them out, and so all of that right there, we're probably planting majority of them with a lot of these plants.
Okay.
Alright. Tell you what though, guys, because there's so much of these collards here, I think I'm gonna hold back on some of them. I think we have
Enough
quite
sprinkled?
a bit sprinkled and planted.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hold back off on some of them. Okay. Just go ahead. Right, and so that right there, we have our collards planted.
Okay.
Now we are going to go ahead and get ready to plant our dinosaur kale. Okay, and I'm just going to,
or Lacianata, however you call it.
Do the same thing right here. Just working that soil just a little bit.
And actually, we're planting 2 kinds of kale this year. We're planting the Lacianata, or the dinosaur kale, and we're also planting curly kale.
Yeah, dinosaur kale did real good this year, or in early spring when we planted them. The only thing is the sun. It got so hot out here, and they just started giving up. But
More like burning up.
well, hey, they couldn't handle that heat no more. They had to do something. But that's it right there, and we're pretty much gonna repeat the same process. Guess we'll plant all of those. Just gonna go ahead, sprinkle. They're falling and they're just bouncing all over the place, which that I really do want that anyway. because I don't want all of them to be clustered up. Because more than likely we know we're going to probably plant, if not all these kales.
And most times too, ones that we don't plant, we gift them out to other people that we know garden. So they won't go to waste. They will be going to good use.
All right, guys, and so that right there is it for the season that we're gonna go ahead and sow. As a matter of fact, I think we have to do those Brussels sprout, but I think y'all kind of got the idea of what it is that we're doing here. So now what I am going to do right now, I'm gonna get my water hose and I'm gonna come on through and water these seeds thoroughly. I'm gonna give them a real nice soak so that way they can go ahead and start germinating. All right? Okay, guys, and so now I have my water hose here, and I'm just simply gonna go ahead, put it on a real low temperature.
Pressure.
Low pressure. And just go ahead and water that on in. And what I try to do until these seeds go ahead and germinate, I will usually come out here every afternoon when the sun go down. Well, down in the evening when the sun go down, I would come on out here and I would go ahead and give them a real nice watering. At that point, I don't really soak them too much because the ground is already moist. It's just that on top where the seeds are sitting, that's where I go ahead and, you know, make sure they stay moist so that they can open up and start germinating. Okay, guys, and so now that I have everything right here watered that I planted so far, everything looking good. So now it's just a time of waiting to get everything germinated and get ready to sow them or plant them inside of the ground. And once these come up once they come on up, we'll bring you guys on back so we can show you all what it is that we done got accomplished. Okay, so now that I have them watered, that's gonna be it right there, guys. So I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of you guys out there. You like the content you guys got here today, you know, throw that thumbs up, like, subscribe, and also share this video with someone that you think it may be helpful to. Okay, we want to get it on out there. We want to get everybody back outside